Hi there, and welcome to the show. You're listening to another Effisode. Every other Tuesday, I release a short bit about whatever's going on in the Parks household or whatever's in my head at the time. It's a way for you to get to know me a little better in between my rare disease interviews. Did you know that my husband, Casey, is two things? He's a criminal prosecutor, and he is James Marsden's doppelganger. I'm serious. I will post a side by side. Anyways, there's this new show on Amazon called Jury Duty, and it's so stupid. And Casey is in love with it. It starts out with a text intro saying that every single person in this courtroom, in this whole court case that is about to be had, is an actor. Everyone but this one guy named Ronald. Anyways, all of this crazy stuff is happening and melding with all of these strangers and the legal system, and it's just bananas. Casey's over here laughing because he can't believe how completely accurate every single second of this and how perfectly casted apparently all the characters in court were. And I kind of feel like that's us as rare disease parents. We're all these actors doing this crazy stuff. Meanwhile, there's these regular people who might be mildly uncomfortable and who generally has no freaking clue what's really going on with us and what we're putting on as our acting faces or whatever it may be. And my son Ford, he recently had an eye surgery. I thought he was just having surgery on the one eye that was super stuck right by his nose and didn't move. But come to find out, surgery morning, the doctor was like, no, Effie, he's having surgery on both eyes. They're both really severe and we have to do them both. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess I just recognized the one eye really because it was so extreme. And the other one was slanted for sure, but I guess I just ignored it. And one of the other things that we had scheduled into it was checking for something called fever, which is a disease of the retina that a lot of the CT and NB1 kids have. And it's a progressive disease that causes blindness. And it's very scary. So I had this retinal specialist booked to be on it. I even called 4 times to make sure that this person was coming and he was a part of the surgery and that they weren't dismissing this fever concern that I had. And so while he was under, what this doctor was going to do was laser, the retina back so it wouldn't progress further or would progress more slowly. Day of the surgery, the retinal specialist called in sick. So they sent him the photos of his eyes while they were doing the surgery. He confirmed, yes, Ford had fever. So the doctor comes out after the surgery's done and she starts with, yes, he had fever. We sent the pictures to the retinal specialist. You can follow up with him and do that later. But he also has something called optic nerve hypoplasia. And she wanted us to see an endocrinologist as soon as we could so that we could have his pituitary checked and something about his hormones and growth and blindness again. Meanwhile, I'm like, no, dude, it's the fever. Why'd the guy call in sick? This is our issue. And, Casey and I are just kind of shaking our heads and laughing after she walks away because it's all just so freaking hilarious. The stuff that you take on, the unexpected stuff that no doubt always happens. We never just go in for one thing, do we? As parents, there's always so much more to the story and so many more things to add to the list of diagnoses. And it's always just one more thing. And our outer rings of people who love and check on us are so wonderful and caring. And they see that one thing, they see that eye surgery. Some of them even might be like, oh, no biggie, my kid had that. But then there's the fever and the hyperoptic nerve hypoplasia and the pituitary and the blindness. And it's just is this candid camera? And then, you got to get in your car and be in traffic and finish up calls and meetings and take your other kids back to their lives and drop them off with all these other happy, frolicking children and parents and get back to the grind of your real life. Being the actor in front of the people who really know nothing. You just kind of exist there. So you just really can't help but shake your head and laugh sometimes. So, rare friends, the verdict is in. text your comfort friend, DM your favorite Instagram parent who gets you. You're dealing with a lot. And even if you don't feel like it most of the time, I guarantee you're kicking some serious butt, so keep it up. And when you don't want to, there's a lot of really stupid shows like Jury Duty that might give you a chuckle.